you for tuning into the Ms.Dria show, where I'm your host, Ms.Dria, and here I have with me R&B singer Jedd.
Ooh,
How are you?
I'm great.
Welcome to the Ms.Dria show.
I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad you came out. I appreciate you for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, so Jedd, where are you from?
I'm from here. I'm from Miami, Florida.
Okay,
born and raised.
perfect. And how long have you been doing music?
Well, I've been doing music since forever, since I was born. I mean, the moment I could talk a little bit, I started singing.
Wow. So what was it that inspired you to actually like push forth in the industry and say, hey, like this is what I want to do?
Well, I think I guess that pivotal moment that made me say, okay, this is it, was when I got to my middle school. When I left elementary, my drumline teacher, he was like, man, you need to go to this performing arts school. Like, you got talent. You can sing. You know, it's okay with you beating the drums, but you can sing, man. And I went, and I had my theater teacher. And once I started going around singing everywhere, it was on. I was like, boy, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
So I'm not sure if you all are aware, but you were actually famous for a viral video.
Yes. I wrote a parody song talking about chicken. It was to Jasmine Sullivan's "Bust the Windows Out Your Car for Some." Well, not for some chicken. I made it for some chicken, but I bust the windows out your car. I got the instrumental. I was joking around, and I came up with a chicken song.
And it was for Church's Chicken.
Yep.
And what was it that actually came out of you making that song?
Well, it was crazy because I had never posted a video to YouTube ever.
Okay.
And I decided to post this video or whatever. And after like a week or so, I had like 50,000 views.
Okay.
People were sharing it like crazy, man. And after like a month or so, I had like maybe like 400,000 or 500,000 views. And one of the representatives from churches,
okay,
she writes me on YouTube. She's like, hey, I made a YouTube account just to contact you because we saw this video and we want you to do another video, and we're going to have a video contest. And they flew me out to Las Vegas to perform the song, my family, everybody. And we had a great time. I mean, I went into Cirque du Soleil shows and everything.
Oh, wow.
And they gave me free chicken, too.
Oh, they gave you free chicken?
Yes,
How long
yes.
did that last?
They gave me a year's supply.
Oh, wow.
And I had these little chicken checks. And people never saw that at the churches, you know. And I took it in there like, man, hey, where you get this from? I say, man, this is official. I got this from churches. Give me that chicken, man.
Wow. So you did that, and just jokingly making that video, something great actually came from.
Yes, because I was joking, you know, but I do love chicken.
Okay.
Now, you know, I tell people all the time, my aunt raised me on chicken and hot sauce.
Okay.
So I do love chicken. So I was joking, but I really do.
Okay. So you actually, not only have you done that, but you've also you were on the X Factor.
Yes.
Wow. What was that experience like?
Man, that was, if I could say, that was another pivotal moment, like that really just like impacted me. Like, okay, I got to do this.
Okay.
I was at school one day, and a friend of mine that I was singing in the group with, he was like, man, hey, X Factor's coming to Miami. You need to audition. I'm like, man, I'm not doing that. You know, in the last minute, I decided, man, I'm going to go do it. So I skipped school, and I went and I signed up, and we made it.
Wow. Yep. So making it, because you made it all the way to boot camp.
Yes.
What was that like?
I mean, man, it was an overwhelming experience because, I mean, who gets to go to LA for a week and every day you see L.A. Reid and Simon Cowell and, you know, Nicole Swartzinger and, you know, Paula Abdul. It was a great experience. And just to hear them talk and to speak and how they dealt and carried themselves, it really inspired me. And that's kind of what inspired me to do business in music because after X Factor, I went to college. Okay. And I had to get myself, you know, get my bearings together, and I studied music business.
Oh, wow. So what would you say was one of the most like valuable things that you learned in that time being at boot camp?
Always being prepared.
Okay.
And, you know, I say that's the most important thing I've learned, and still I'm never prepared.
Of course, it always.
You know, it's like I don't know, and management, and my team, they get at me all the time. They're like, listen, man, you got to be ready. You got to be able to bring it. You know, sometimes I'm on, sometimes I'm off, and they the type of people they gonna tell you.
Yeah.
But that's really what I learned. Always being prepared, man. We were getting up 6 a.m. and we had to learn songs sometimes that day.
Wow.
You know, so it really was boot camp. It was intense.
Oh, wow. So you've done that. You recently, your single was out, Come Back to Me.
Yes.
It's still out.
Yes.
What inspired you to write that? Because that is, you know, that's a ladies song. It's dedicated to the ladies. What inspired you to write that?
You're really trying to get me to talk tonight because you asking me some questions. First off, I was a low key like depressed when I got out of college.
Okay.
And a friend of mine, Carl Paul, he came to my house and he's like, bro, you got to get out of this slump. Like, man, I got beats. I'm here. And he was like, let's work. Okay. And he woke me up every day. And I used to spend countless hours. I mean, from like 5 o'clock in the afternoon to 10 o'clock the next morning. Mm-hmm. And I just was going through stuff. And I like to tell people, man, well, I don't say people, I like to say women. I like to tell them, like, hey, when you date me, you're going to end up in one of my songs, you know. Mm-hmm. It's inevitable. Like, yeah. I can't help it. And I was going through with a young lady at the time, and I was, man, just pouring my heart out. Sometimes, some days I would feel like I'm in love. Some days I felt like I hated her, and I didn't want to see her no more. And I was writing it. Mm-hmm. You know, everything I felt in that moment, in that instant, it was real. And that's how I came up with Come Back to Me.
Wow.
Because I was just being so messy. You know what I'm saying? And I say that in the song, you know, playing with the heart, I was being messy. You know, I really was. I was just doing things that were aggravating her, you know, and getting on her nerves. And I didn't make it official with her, you know. Mm-hmm. And I felt like, man, I kind of want to make it official. I want to be in a relationship. I want to commit. But on the other hand, I got my music going, you know.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm like, man, let's make it official because I miss you. I'm needing to kiss you. Come back to me.
So can we get a taste? Can we get it, you know, a little sample?
Oh Lord, you done threw me on the spot. I forgot my own words, Jesus. Okay. Playing with your heart, I was being messy. I did all the things that catch your stress. Now I'm on my knees here crying, begging. Baby, I won't do it again. I get it. I told you that I won't do it again. I promise to never hurt you like this. You are my only lover and friend. Baby, you know, so not worth losing. That's another problem of mine. We'll talk about that later.
No, it's fine. But you did it though. You got through it. That was great. Your voice is actually it's very nice.
Thank you. Just pray I learn these words to my own song.
To your own song. Okay. I'm gonna pray that with you. But no, that was excellent. That was great. So we actually we have the song, so we're gonna play it really quick.
Do that. I love to hear it. I love listening to myself. Baby, I'm sorry. I want to come back home. I want you to come back home. Let's make it official, cause I miss you. Give me one more chance. I'm needing to kiss you, cause I miss you. I'll be a better man. Come back to me. Chasing all them girls, they ain't mean nothing. Put your heart on the line and now you can't trust me. All these years we put in, now they mean nothing. Missing out on my blessing, I was straight bugging. I told you that I won't do it again. I promise to never hurt you like this. You are my only lover and friend. Baby, you're so not worth losing. Let's make it official, cause I miss you. Give me one more chance. I'm needing to kiss you, cause I miss you. I'll be a better man. Come back to me. Baby, come back to me. Baby,
with your heart, I was being messy. I did all the things that kept you stressing. Now I'm on my knees here crying, begging. Baby, I won't do it again, I get it. I told you that I won't do it again. I can't keep hurting you like this. You are my only lover and friend. Baby, you're so not worth losing. Let's make it official, 'cause I miss you. Give me one more chance, I'm needing to kiss you, 'cause I miss you. I'll be a better man, come back to me. Baby, come back to me. Baby, come back. Baby, come back to me. I can't do it without you. Baby, don't you leave me, I'm a fool. But I'm a fool for you. I need the things you do. You doing that? Baby, come back to me. You doing that? Baby.
Just checked out his single "Come Back to Me." That was great. It was excellent, and I did hear you pouring out, your feelings.
So
I did.
You got to hear the words.
Yeah, because I'm one of those people. I like to listen to the words. I heard it. Okay, so are you working on a video for it?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm in the process of prepping that, getting stuff prepared for that. But right now, I mainly want to push the song.
Okay.
I want people to hear me before they really
yes.
see me, because I think it's important for you to fall in love with the track first.
Mm-hmm.
Let it see what it means to you first, and then I want to give you a picture of what it means to me.
Exactly.
Because that video, it has to tell a story. It got to tell what I was writing. I want you to use your imagination.
Exactly. That's excellent, because that is true. So as far as like the response from the song so far, how do you think? How do you feel about it?
So far, people been telling me it sounds great, and I hope it sounds so great that they streaming it.
Okay.
They purchasing it. They
Okay.
buying it. You know what I'm saying? They giving it to grandmama. They giving it to their little sister, or brother, whoever. Just spread the word.
Okay.
So
So tell them where they can find it at.
Everywhere you can possibly think digital music
Okay.
is sold or streamed. iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify. I don't know the other thing Jay-Z got. What is it? Tidal. You know what I'm talking about. Like the old folks say, you know what I mean. But anyway you can think of, Deezer, iHeartRadio, it's everywhere.
It's out there. Okay, that's
Google
excellent.
it and you'll find it.
And you'll find it. Okay. And as far as your social media goes, where can the people find you at?
Only with Jedd. Everything that I have is on Only with Jedd. ONLYWITHJEDD.
Okay, perfect. So you can find him at Only with Jedd everywhere.
Everywhere.
Okay. Now, do you have any upcoming events coming up?
That's also in the works. I have a few things planned. My birthday is on the 20th of this month.
Okay.
So I'm planning on doing something for that, but I'm going to do something first that's a little more important.
Okay.
A guy who's been very instrumental and prevalent in my life, like my grandfather.
Okay.
Because many people don't know I have older parents, so all of my grandparents are deceased. He's turning 90, and his birthday's on the same day as mine. So we're going to have like a little backyard fest for him. So,
Okay.
I'm going to kind of like put my birthday to the side and just
celebrate with
him. Because 90, that's a big thing,
No, it's a
In
huge
this
thing.
day and
It's a
time,
blessing.
I'm glad to see 22.
I know that's right.
So for him to be 90, I'm going to rock it out with him. Forget a song, forget anything else. I'm going to support.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. That's excellent. So we usually do this thing on the show where we take a moment out and I show you a clip, and it's called a "What Do You Think" segment. So I want to show you a clip and ask you, what do you think about it?
Okay. I have a whole lot of opinions, so let's go. Come on. Let's see.
We are seeing new video of Knox County Corrections officers beating an inmate.
You know, as we've reported, that incident resulted in a lawsuit and it cost 2 jailers their jobs.
WATE 6 on your side anchor Ryan O'Donnell joining us now here in the studio with what this new video really shows.
Yeah, essentially what it shows is a new perspective and a new way of how the whole thing went down. We're also hearing audio of what happened in the detention center.
Stop resisting!
New video and audio of 52-year-old inmate Lewis Flack being subdued at the Knox County Detention Facility on November 28, 2014.
Got what you wanted, Mr. Flack.
This new 24-minute recording is from this camera here, picked up from the surveillance camera that was released to the media back in April of last year.
If they're doing that type of behavior on the video, what are they doing when the cameras aren't rolling?
Lance Baker is Flack's attorney. He, too, just received this recording.
Extract, extract.
Well, what's telling is that Mr. Flack, for the most part, was defenseless during that entire. He's face down, he's hog-tied on a concrete floor, and is just being assaulted over and over again. You know, almost wallowing in his own blood.
Baker says Flack suffers from mental illness, and the detention officers knew it. It's why he says Flack is wearing a lime green jumpsuit. Now, Baker now worries about others with mental illness who are arrested by the Knox County Sheriff's Office.
The one question that you have to ask is, after viewing this video, how can you not fear for their safety inside that detention facility?
This use of force incident led to an internal affairs investigation and the firing, resignation, and suspension of the officers involved. Well, one officer resigned during the investigation. 2 others were placed on administrative leave without pay. Officer Nicholas Breeden was later fired following a use of force investigation. His trial is scheduled to begin in April. A lawsuit has also been filed against the Sheriff's Office and the detention officers involved. Now, of course, we'll keep following this story and bring you the latest, any kind of updates we get as we get closer to that trial.
We are seeing new video of Knox County Corrections officers.
Welcome back. We all just watched that clip of the inmate getting brutally beaten while he was in containment. Jedd, what do you think about that?
You know, I hate to get deep, but I'm gonna get deep.
Okay, go ahead.
Obviously, those officers were selfish.
Okay.
And you may say, Jedd, why do you say they're selfish? I say they're selfish because they didn't take the time out to find out what's actually wrong with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to be an officer or anything that you have to be in a position to serve,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be selfless.
Mm-hmm.
And a situation like that, you know, you can't be selfless and not be concerned with what's wrong with this guy. Let's take time. Like, you know, they're making mentions about this guy being mentally ill and all these things. All that stuff should have been assessed before 5 men go running in there for one guy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So obviously, when you're selfish, you are very short on time because you want to consume all the time for you and the things that you want to do, maybe go home, maybe do this or whatever the case may be. So you don't have time to figure out what's going on with someone else. So all that to say this, I don't think all cops are bad.
Okay.
But this example right here, you know, it does strike fear in the hearts of people, especially like me, because these are the people you're supposed to trust.
Exactly.
To take care of you, to protect you, to, you know, look after you. And to see something like that, you know, it does make you feel kind of
on edge. Yeah.
I know I just gave a whole long
No. That was
soapbox speech.
excellent because you explained yourself. That was excellent. My thing about it was I noticed in the beginning of the clip when they first opened the door, the man, he seemed to be charging at the police officers.
Right.
On something like that, he had to, for them to go in there and extract him, he had to already be going through something hostile in the cell already. So at that point, I don't know if he was in there hurting himself or, you know, because sometimes I understand that they do things like that. But if he wasn't, you know, let him calm down and you calm down so that way, you know, like you said, you can take the time.
And the thing is, there's no problem restraining someone. But beating someone is not restraining them.
Exactly.
You know, I have an uncle who has a mental illness. So I'm putting myself in that position to say, okay, what if that's my uncle in there? Do I want someone to be jumping on him or beating on him or punching on him to restrain him that's someone's family member.
Exactly.
And anytime you're doing a job that's a service, you know, you got to treat people how you want to be treated, how you want your family to be treated, how you want that crazy uncle that come to the barbecue or that crazy aunt or, you know, that child, whatever, to be treated with respect no matter what their condition is, you know. So you want to take proper efforts and precaution to make sure people are treated fairly and not harmed, you know, and beating them.
Yeah. And sadly, you know, to speak the truth, it's not just mentally ill people that this is happening to.
Yes.
So it's everyone.
I mean,
yeah, it's everyone. But wow. Well, I appreciate you, Jedd. I appreciate you for, you know.
I give you a soapbox speech in a minute, you know, on a lighter tip. You know, that was real serious. That kind of took me out of the little jokey joke mood. But, you know, if you don't have joy in spite of it all, you will be one anger and bitter person.
Yes.
And you will do the same thing that you don't want to do to be done to others.
Exactly. So, Jedd, I know you're pushing Come Back to Me right now. Jumping back onto you.
Yes.
You're pushing Come Back to Me. Are you working on an EP or how are you planning on working?
Yes, I am. I'm actually, wait, let me retract that. I'm not working on anything.
Okay.
I'm working on being a better person because right now music is done. You know, I have tracks for days.
Okay.
But right now I just want to work one song at a time. Get the people's feel, get their opinion, let them start seeing me in bits and pieces, and then I'm just come one day and just give them all of me. You see on the cover, I'm already almost naked. You know, I'm just take everything off, just give it. 'Cause, you know, maybe the next album cover I just have the whole naked body.
No, Jedd, no. You're gonna take it too far. But I do appreciate you for coming by the show, and I want to welcome you back whenever you have a new single you want to push. Whenever you have an announcement,
I love kicking it here with you. You know, you make me
so
feel
much.
right at home. You know, I talk how I want to talk. I ain't got to, be all fancy or whatever. So,
I appreciate you. So
Hi,
one
homie.
more time, tell the people where they can follow you at.
you can follow me on every social media outlet you can possibly think of at Only with Jedd, ONLYWITHJEDD.
Okay, perfect. So like I said, I appreciate you for coming by, and I want to welcome you back whenever you feel the need to make an announcement.
Most deaf. This is home. You know, I'm a phone call away. I come up, crack some jokes or whatever. We sit on this couch and have a good come to Jesus.
Okay. I appreciate you. Everyone stay tuned, and when we come back, we'll have more of the Ms.Dria Show.